27-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly. Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Deflects the pass. Lopez with the steal. And again, New York running the court in transition. And that one's good, Anthony.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Harold. On defense, New York. 3-point lead. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Howard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And a follow wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
That one goes. Count it. Aflalo's got his second bucket of the night. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those things.
16.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 8 points.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here's Lopez, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
They get it back. Harden feeds it to Capella. For the 3. Shot's good. He's got 5.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Stolen by Harden. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. So for the Knicks, Serafin comes in for Robin Lopez. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. Jones checked in for Houston. Lawson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Aflalo penetrating. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist. 6 points for Aaron Aflalo.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
The Knicks with the lead. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. And a perfect time here to look at all the teams that score the most points off turnovers. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In second, the Rockets.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Lawson outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
So for the Knicks, it was Amundsen. He's checked in for Porzingis. Thomas comes in for Anthony, and it's Grant in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Houston, Moniunas is checked in for Howard. And it's Thornton in for James Harden.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Sacramento.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Jones dishes to Moniunas. Puts up a 3. That's good. Moniunas has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Wasted no time on that one.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
So it's the Knicks now. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Galloway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And for Ty Lawson, playmaking isn't a concern. He's got that. His shooting accuracy, though, seems to drop every year. In fact, the last 2 years have been the worst of his career.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Amundsen's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And the foul called on Kevin Seraphin. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Ty Lawson. That'll be a 5-second call.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. Second in steals, second in points off turnovers. And they're the third-ranked fast break team in the league. I mean, there's always that fear that they're going to run you off the court when you play them. You got to get back in transition against this team.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Yeah, you know, going back to Lawson's declining shooting percentage, really no apparent reason for it. Last year he launched the fewest threes in his past 4 seasons, but he still couldn't find the rhythm, and it really hurt his team down the stretch.
Here's Terry after New York gets the 3. Pass to Jones. Brewer up top. He's guarded by Thomas. Stolen by Grant. Here's Seraphin. And he gets it to go. Seraphin's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Lou Amundsen.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today. There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
And Moniunas picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Brewer with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Montiunas, banked in off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead. And we'll get a look at how the hustle-stat game has been going for Houston.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
That drops. And so it's Houston with it. Maybe the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Their last game against the squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
A total team effort, and I think the starters enjoyed a chance to be able to step back and relax and enjoy how the bench played.
For Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him, because I enjoy watching him play.
And the shot is good. Galloway has got 10 points in the game.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th, and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Montiunas. Reza comes in for Terrence Jones. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And James Harden subbed in for Jason Terry.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Knicks trail by 3. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Here's Grant. 5 points in the game. Here's Galloway, and there's another one for the Knicks.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Harden with it. Now defended by Grant, and another 3 for Houston.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Here's Galloway, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Galloway has got 15 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Good.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
New York calls timeout.
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.